Okay, welcome once again to Wise Crypto. And also, guys, I'd like to thank everyone. I can see people are joining. So, hope for the best today. Stay tuned and support us, guys. Okay, I can see here our guest, Dennis. So, Dennis, can you hear me as well as?
I'm Ishu. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you for having here. And I can see here people are waiting to hear from your side about Ariane. And also people like their mission is to the provide the products and services for the necessary for the crypto area world to become the new mainstream. So I would like to invite Danny. So sir, hi, say hello to our community, and also then you can introduce your area and also how it works.
Sounds great. So, my name is Deniz, and today I will introduce you to Areon Network. Um, Areon Network is a layer one blockchain project, guys. We have been working on this for a couple of years. Last year, in the beginning of the last year, actually, we started introducing our project to various communities. Um, right now, Aerion is a token on Binance Smart Chain. However, we have been developing our own chain, as I told you. It's gonna be a layer one project, and we have our own unique proof of area consensus mechanism. And we believe that this mechanism is bringing some sort of advantages to our project compared to other similar ones. And I will be happy to tell you all about it later on. But back to the project itself, as I said, we have been working on this for a couple of years. By we, I mean there is a development team and there is an executive team, managers, marketing, community managers from all around the world. Um, we have offices in Sweden, Netherlands, Germany, Malta, and Turkey. This is a decentralized project in the sense that we have been trying to engage with our community actively, and we have been moving forward by their support alone so far. There's a very good reason for that, and I will delve into that as well. But in a nutshell, I can tell you that this project is going to deliver you a blockchain that is fast, stable, secure, and the transactions will be much cheaper than what you're used to. Our chain, during the tests we conduct in our offices, our chain has been consistently performing about 600,000 transactions per second. And the transactions have been sent forth and back around 100 milliseconds. So we can say it's under 1 second. And essentially, our mission, our vision that where this project can go is for anyone, for people like you, end users like you and me, to use this project, use this chain whenever they need to send or receive money. Because today we understand that most of the blockchains, if they are fast, they are unstable, they are not secure. And if they are, stable or insecure, most of the time either they are super expensive or the delay between the transactions are just so long. I mean, most of you must have experienced this already. You wish to send or receive payments, right? You select one of those popular blockchains, one of those payment networks, and you realize that you're not going to get your payment for a very long time. Either that, or you are confronted with ridiculously high gas fees most of the time. I mean, considering like you want to send a very small amount of money, but then you have to pay a very absurd amount of gas fees. So this is the type of problem we are trying to solve with Aerion Network. When our chain is launched, when our mainnet is available for everyone to use, we are guaranteeing you that you will see faster transactions. You will see a stable chain, and it's going to endure any type of strain. And you will see that this chain is not going to take your arm, not going to take your wallet when you want to simply send a small amount of money. So the gas fees will be low, transactions will be fast, and the chain will be stable. These are the problems we wish to solve in the crypto community, which is Even most blockchain projects are suffering from these problems, we believe. And we believe that our unique technology, this proof of area mechanism, is able to fix that. But don't just take our word for it. There's going to be a testnet on September 20. So before I even begin to tell you more about it, just stay tuned. And if you wish to see it with your own eyes, you're welcome to join the testnet. But essentially, this is Areon. We wish to give you a decentralized and a powerful chain, very short transaction speed, and with very low gas fees. Essentially, this is Areon.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Then it's happy to know about that. Like people like can say to the area, and you'll be able to like get a user-friendly, secure blockchain, and also they have their high throughput, and they are trying to like produce the low gas fees and others. So then it is mentioned like you're going to be launch your testnet in 20 September. So could you say more about detail?
Certainly. So as I told you, we are developing our own chain, but before we go live with that, we decided to show it to everyone and prove that the transactions are in fact as fast as we claim. We decided to go for a testnet period. Just a quick reminder for anyone who's listening, a testnet is a practice ground compared to a mainnet, which is the real deal, right? So the testnet, the purpose of the testnet is to show that there is no problem in terms of performance, in terms of security. There is nothing wrong with your chain. And this is the best time, the best place to see if there are any bugs, if there are any issues with your chain, with your technology, with your coding. So this is the time where our developers will show you that the chain is the real deal. So for us, this is the number one key aspect of this phase of this event. Let's say we believe that if we open up our testnet, our chain to everyone to test freely, sooner or later we will realize, and so will the community, they will realize that this chain is working as intended, and this chain is delivering the promises in terms of power, stability, and speed. So that's why we urge everyone to come just and have a look at this on September 20. Joining is super easy, by the way, it's free entirely. All you have to do is just show up on September 20. You will find a link on our website, which is areon.network. And when you click that link to testnet page, it will take you. And on the testnet page, you will find a wallet connect option, and you will also be able to engage with our very own product, Areon Wallet. Areon Wallet is, by the way, a great product. We love it. It's super smooth, super sleek, and it has cool functions such as 24 mnemonic phrases for security. You can use it with JSON security as usual with other wallets. But we believe that this one is working perfectly fine, and unless unless there are any user-oriented errors, this one is entirely secure, entirely stable, and we just love how quick and how intuitive it is. So we believe you will love it. Back to the testnet. As I said, you will create a testnet account on this testnet page once we go live with it, right? And you will be asked to perform some tasks by the development team. And in exchange for this, obviously there will be gifts, there will be rewards to keep you incentivized. But we understand that for our community, this has been a highly expected item, right? People have been checking our website, checking our white paper, and everyone has been asking, when is the testnet going to start? Because they understand that if if this chain actually delivers what we are promising, this is a game-changing moment, because any other layer one blockchain you have at the moment, they're suffering from either one of these pain points. I told you, either they are suffering from speed, stability, security, right? And even if you have at least two of them, you realize that the prices are insanely high. So what we are promising you is the actual solution to all these problems. So anyone who has been oriented, who has been hearing about Areon chain so far, they understand that if they can use it on testnet and if the chain actually delivers its promise, then this is a huge indicator for the future of Areon network and also for the community. Because as I said, we have been walking a very difficult path so far, and our community has been there with us. We have been staying decentralized, we have been staying independent, and it has not been super easy because currently in the crypto space, in the blockchain space, almost all projects they go for VCs, right? The investment from institutional entities, by the funds, by these venture capitals, right? So actually, all of them go for this option, and when they do that, they do they fall into a mistake we believe we are not going to repeat, and that mistake is giving away the control of your supply, and as such, you are at the mercy of these huge capitalists, right? And if they come up with, like, at any time they can sell, at any time they can buy. So if you do this kind of uncontrolled partnership with these entities, you end up losing your independence. And due to the selling pressure, you're actually hurting your small time investors. So this is something we have been avoiding for a long time. And I can tell you that once we launch the testnet, and if it is successful, and we believe it will, then we will have a powerful leverage against these venture capitals and also against the exchanges that we have been in talks with. Currently, if you want, you can actually go to one of the exchanges we have listed on our website, and you can purchase Area token, which is on Binance Smart Chain, as I told you. But there's something you need to understand because this is something I need to bring up, and it is quite related to what we have about testnet. We have recently launched our new tokenomics plan, along with our plans to cut the supply, the maximum supply, in half. What do I mean by that? Right now, Area token has 500 million maximum supply. Okay, and we declared long ago that when we have the mainnet, your tokens will be swapped for coins on a one-on-one basis. So if you have 500 Area tokens right now, when we launch the mainnet, you will receive 500 Area coins, right? But compared to 500 million maximum supply, that is something, yes. And we're telling you that it's going to be 250 million when we launch our mainnet. What does this mean? This means that we have the deflationist approach, deflationist mindset. We don't want Area to be the victim of inflation. We don't want our ecosystem to suffer from selling pressure, and we don't want to hurt our small-time investors. So, long story short, on September 20, we will realize altogether, us and our community, we will realize something. Step one, number one, is the chain working properly? Step two, is Area going to switch to this tokenomics, this new deflationist approach? The answer is yes. And three, not just us, but the third-party solutions, such as these potential partners or these exchanges that have been approaching us, right? They will understand that this project is working as it is. It is strong. It's been going strong for a long while, and this is all thanks to the team and the community. We are all together. We are intertwined. So at that moment, we will have this huge leverage in our hands. We will have the power to negotiate better deals for our network, and we will have the option to negotiate better listings as well. And most of the other projects, most of the other blockchain projects, they fall into this trap. They give away the control to exchanges, to VCs, but this is something we have been avoiding carefully and with the best interest of the project and of the community in our minds. So come to testnet and see for yourselves that this technology is delivering its promise, and also come and realize that this is going to be the standard of payments for end users like you and me, because you will realize that it's working so smoothly and the fees are so stupidly low. You will realize that this is a game changer. And at that moment, for sure, as an investor, as an early Areon investor, you can realize the potential for you, for your investment, and for the project altogether. So big news on September 20, big update. We are so excited, both the team, both the community. We would just love to have everyone else there together with us, sharing this experience with us.
Oh yeah, thank you for that, and also we're very excited for that actually. And also, guys, I'd like to say stay tuned and follow their social link and support them. And also, as you know, like I can't say take part on their testnet. So thank you, Dennis, for that actually.
Thank you.
And also, people, yeah, you can just taking like they have their 30 days, 90 days, 120 days, and 360 days staking pool. You can do that actually. So Dennis, could you say more about your ambassador programs? Like, how can people take part on that, and also, what are the opportunities if they take part on your ambassadors?
Thank you. So, as I told you, this is a decentralized project with a heavy focus on community. Uh, Among our official communities, we have an English global channel. We have a Turkish channel and we have a Chinese channel. We are mostly active on Telegram, Twitter, as you know, and also we have a Discord server where you're welcome to come and join at any time. Um, Inside our server, however, you can find that there are multiple language channels. So this is something we have been working on for a very long time. We understand that the best way to expand our horizon and best way to talk to people from different locales, different regions, different cultures, it's by speaking their own language, their native tongue. And as such, we have been reaching out to our existing community members from different backgrounds with a simple message. We simply tell them, guys, if you can help us build a new community in your language, we will reward your efforts handsomely, because we understand that you, as an investor, you are already on board with us, because we understand you're just like a part of our staff. And let me tell you, some of our investors are so loyal to the project that they're actually working together with us in terms of channel moderation. So if you were to come to one of our channels, our official channels, and ask a question, if one of the moderators is, I don't know, busy for some reason, if they don't see it, for sure you can make sure that one of the early investors, someone that has been with us for a very long time, they will immediately tell you the answer. Because everyone by now knows the project by heart. They know what we are going to do, they know what our plans are, and they know the technology so well that they can actually tell you all about it. And we believe this is such a huge strength in the sense that your community is in harmony with the team, right? So we decided that we can further capitalize on this strength. So we introduced this new brand ambassador project. Essentially, we asked our community that if they wish to partake in certain complex tasks for us. By that, we mean things such as content creation or things such as, I don't know, mobilization in various channels. It can be a Discord channel, it can be a Telegram channel. Things such as, coming up with videos, Twitter threads, you name it. So, because we know for a fact that these people know the project as well as we do, but we also obviously offered them all the official information that they can use in their content. And we also told them, guys, at certain intervals, at certain milestones, we will reward your efforts, right? So if you bring in, let's say, 2,000 new followers, crypto enthusiasts into our community in your language, then you will receive a certain amount of reward from us, because yes, this basically at this point you're working with the team, right? So you're entitled to it. So this was the idea behind the ambassador program, and we called it Areon Champions. So Areon Champions have been selected from a very, very long list of applicants. Almost maybe 1,000 people applied in the first round. And right now, the second round of applications are open. So if you're interested, you're welcome to apply and join us. And in the next step of this program, we gave our people, these ambassadors, a special role in our Discord server, which entitles them to access to exclusive tasks and bounties. And once these people obtain these bounties, they start working on them. They work closely with us, and sometimes we advise them. Sometimes they tell us how to proceed on their behalf. And as such, we came to this good balance of ambassador and team relationship, and we believe that we can further improve this program. We can enlarge this program, sorry, in the sense that we will keep opening new rounds of applications, and we will check if our champions are active at the moment or not, because we understand life can happen. You may have other responsibilities at certain times. You may not be active, and in those cases, we will simply swap them with our short list of other applicants. So this will be a dynamic team, and these people, as the name suggests, will be our champions. They will go ahead and introduce our project to different communities, different platforms. So chances are you may see people talking about Areon already in the crypto space. It can be on Twitter, it can be on YouTube, and you can be sure that behind them, either they are an ambassador or another ambassador is pushing this project, right? So we have we have this amazing community, and we just couldn't help ourselves, more capitalize on that, because they have been giving us a huge support so far. And but this is not a coincidence, or this is not a fluke, because when people see a project, a promising project like Areon, they want to become a part of it. And when they see that this support team, our Areon team, is so receptive to their ideas and so responsive to their questions, then they realize they are being heard and they are becoming a part of this community. It's natural. It becomes organically. So that's why we just ask anyone who's listening, just come and have a look, guys. Just say hi. Nothing else. We don't expect anything from you. Come and say hi in one of our official channels, Telegram, Discord, you name it. If you just want to come and chat, that's fine. But if you wish to ask a question to one of our investors, I'm not talking about the team, but just ask someone else, anyone. They will tell you what you need to know about this project, and they will tell you why they have been holding this coin for a very long time. Because they have been seeing that on our roadmap, every single item has been checked so far. Whatever we promised, we delivered. And we have been keeping doing so. We have been maintaining this pace, this activity, this excitement in our community, so that people know whenever there's something new coming up, for sure, there's another thing we are already working down in the pipeline. So, long story short, this brand ambassador program was an easy idea, no brainer. We know for a fact that our community is strong, and we decided to just take it to the next level. So if you're listening to me right now and considering this, you're more than welcome to join anytime. All you have to do is just sign up to this type form we made, and then we will receive your application. We will check it, and if there's a good match, we will contact you on Discord, and we will just onboard you, and you will have access to exclusive tasks, exclusive bounties with very good payouts. So especially if you have community building experience, we would love to hear more from you. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That is for that. And also, like, I can see you have some kind of validator activities. You say, like, validators are key agents of area network, providing the transitions by running a full node and participating in the conscious event. And also, like, validators commit new blocks to Arian chain in exchange for the transition reverse also.
Yeah.
So may I know from your side, like how can people become a validators, and also could you say more about your staking programs?
Yeah, so validators and the idea of validation for the chain is going to be relevant when we launch our mainnet. Obviously, for the testnet period or for the token period that we are in right now, it doesn't make sense because there is nothing to validate because the chain is not active, right? But essentially, let me quickly and briefly tell you what proof of area is so that I can tell you what a validator does, right? So proof of area is quite similar to proof of stake model in many ways, but there is a huge twist. All of us, I believe, are familiar with the idea of proof of stake, right? So think about it. In Areon's case, the reason why we are calling it proof of area is that if you have 10,000 tokens or coins in your wallet, you may go for purchasing an area land in our metaverse. What does this mean? You will be entitled to a literal digital space inside our metaverse, which is called Areon City. Why would you do that? Well, first of all, this is the primary condition for becoming a validator. So if you wish to become a validator and receive transaction rewards, this is the step one. But also there are other benefits. You will be basically owning the space. You can do anything you want there. You can build your own decentralized app. You can use it for advertisement. You can loan it to someone else. You can sell it at some point if you're not interested anymore. Uh, you can do whatever you want because it's yours, right? So you're entitled to this land because you purchased it. Now, consider the fact that the amount of lands are limited, right? So at some point, this is obviously in relation to the maximum supply as well. So at some point, the metaverse will run out of available lands, and new investors who wish to become validators here, or people who wish to take part in the metaverse activities, they will simply have to maybe come to you. They can ask you to loan it to them, or they can give you I don't know, an offer to purchase it from you. Uh, and rest assured that if the supply for something is low, we all know what's going to happen to the purchase, the price of the item, right? So yeah, there is this aspect. But in the other corner, we also have a very good argument because land ownership, in the sense that for the purpose of joining the validation part, the validation phase, land ownership is quite beneficial for both the investor and both for the chain because we believe this is a clever and tricky way to suppress the selling pressure. More often than not, when a new project starts their journey, their life, when they go live, let's say, on an exchange, right, we immediately see a steep rise in the price. We see that it goes up real quickly, but then it comes down crashing most of the time. Why this happens? Two reasons. Reason one, the big investors, big time investors, they just wish to realize their returns and get out because they don't believe in the future of the project. Second reason, most of the time, because people, the developers of these chains, they actually work with venture capitals, or they may even give control of their tokens to most of them to the exchanges. And as such, you see this downwards immediate decline, right? We believe that as we develop our chain, as we give you more and more products, and as we prove ourselves to you as good developers, we understand that people will stick around. You will stay with us for a long time because you decide that this is an investment worthy project. This is number one of how we combat this common problem. Number two, if you can be a validator for chain transactions, and if you're going to be rewarded by that, plus if you are going to be owning this land and you can do basically anything you want with it, then these are very good incentives for you to keep holding area. And thus, this is the second step, the second way of how we combat this selling pressure. Obviously, there are other ways, other methods, mechanisms we are using for the best interest of our community and our project. And one of them is, as I told you before, this new change to our tokenomics, this deflationist approach, which is going to result in only 100 million maximum supply over the 10-year period, right? So if you're an area investor, you know for a fact that the maximum supply is going to decrease over time, and you can be sure that your coin, your investment, will retain its value, but not only retain, but also keep returning it to you with multiple channels. Then one of them being the verification, the validator role, right? The second one being the metaverse owner part of it. So even if everything else was, status quo, if nothing changed for Aerion, obviously there will change, there will be changes, but even if that is the case, you will have these benefits. And these are very good reasons why most people, most investors would just keep holding area for a very long time. And thus, we will shield our small time investors against selling pressure. So it is crucial information. Yes, there will be some more conditions for becoming a validator, and there will also be a sub role, we can call it, as a delegator, someone that is delegated maybe by the validator for the same purpose of proving transactions for the chain. But we will talk about this more in the future for the sake of the project, for the sake of combating FOMO in this sense. We are withholding some information, but obviously there is a lot of time before we can discuss this even because we have the testnet to worry about first, which is obviously going to be the first step to our mainnet, right? At some point, there will be the mainnet. And when we get closer to it, we will talk a lot more about the role of the validator and how people can benefit from this role. And we will also tell a lot about this proof of area mechanism as we get closer to our mainnet launch too. So if you have further questions about this mechanism or the validator role in general, I urge you to visit our website. There is a nice white paper you can check, or you can simply drop in one of our official channels and you can ask our developers there. As I told you, we have the English global channel, Turkish channel, and the Chinese channel. But in our Discord server, we have more languages, more people from the staff who speak these languages, such as Indonesian, Filipino, and also Persian. So if you're in either of these communities, you're welcome to come and ask your questions in your own language so that you can understand the project perfectly. Thank you.
Ah, yes, definitely. So it was really like first answer about that. So people, yeah, if you have any more question, they're very active in their Telegram community. You can ask to your own languages, no problem. And before going to live, I have one more question. Like, what makes your area network distinguishes from others in the layer one network? Could you say more about that?
Yeah, definitely. So in my first reply to your question, I actually briefly talked about this, but it's a good time to, delve deeper. So we realized that in today's crypto space, there's a fundamental problem with layer one projects, and they're suffering from either one of these three pain points, as we call them. Either they are slow, excruciatingly slow, or they are not stable. Whenever you try to send or receive money, there is a problem with your transaction. It happens all the time, guys. You know which ones I'm talking about. I'm not going to give names here. And the third one, this is even worse. Sometimes these projects are not secure enough and they end up with getting hacked. They end up with coins stolen. And we believe that if we can solve these problems, and on top of all this, if we can somehow reduce our gas fees to realistically as low as possible, then we believe we are basically beating all the competition in the blockchain projects, right? So other layer one projects, what they have at the moment is a faulty start, we believe. Most of them, they did not have this vision, they did not have the technical expertise when they coded their chain, when they made the first block, this first Genesis block, and when they started their journey, let's say, right? And it is quite difficult to change these things after you start your chain, because once the chain goes live, we all know for the fact that it belongs to everyone now. So when Areon chain goes live, we understand now it's just gonna belong to everyone, and there's nothing, well, nothing major that we can fix at that moment, right? Unless you go for a fork or something, which is something we definitely don't think. So yes, you can believe it when I say that we have these three pain points fixed, and you can test it for yourself. You can see it for yourself when you come to our testnet on September 20. Then you will realize that this chain is actually offering something much, much superior to what you have in the moment among the crypto space. And one more thing, as I told you, this proof of area is also unique in the sense that it's going to help us combat the selling pressure in more than one way. So, in a nutshell, we believe these are the technical points that are superior to our competitors at the moment. On the other hand, as I told you, our community is our biggest strength. We believe that if you can keep a promptly responsive community, if you can answer any and all questions in terms of your project, in terms of your technology, we understand that people will tend to stay with you for a very long time, because then they will understand that you know what you're doing. And anything that is going to come further along the way is simply just going to add up in the value. And this is what we want. This is what we need. We want our community to be with us for a very long time. We want to march together with our community. And in this sense, we believe we are blessed, and we believe we are superior to many other projects. Our numbers may be small at the moment compared to some of the major projects that are being called at the moment, but you will realize sooner or later that our technology is superior, and our numbers are gonna be even higher than them. All you have to do is just see it unfold before your eyes. And the first step is testnet. If we can reach out to as many people as we can, not just the team, but the community as well, I'm urging you to just reach out to anyone you know and just ask them, come and check this testnet. It's going to take 5 minutes. And you will realize that the technology is superior. And at that moment, you will also realize that you want to become a part of this project for a very, very long time. And then you will find yourself in a community where people are hopeful, where people are expectant of good technologies to come, good news to come, great partnerships to come. As such, this is our journey, our vision, and this is where we want to go. So we believe that these are our superior points to competitors. I can't even call most of them competitors. They're just out there. They are live. Other than that, they really don't have any function in my eyes in terms of advancing the technology of crypto and the blockchain industry, because most of them are just simply copies of each other, copies of Ethereum. We all know that. And the original aspect of our network, our chain, is gonna keep us, gonna keep carrying us further, because we believe that this is a good approach to most of the fundamental problems of crypto, and we believe that we are technically much more superior. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can just come to the testnet and see for yourself on September 20.
Yes, definitely. People you can check out actually, and also we believe that Arion will be able to achieve their desired goal and where to see the top in the blockchain industry. So that is, I think we can take few questions from the community. Like I saw they are waiting to ask you a few questions. First
Absolutely.
of all, yes. To Miles. Hello, to Miles. Are you there?
Hello, good evening. Thanks for having me. Okay, my question
Yeah,
is,
good.
what has been the most difficult challenge this far coming up with your projects, and how did you solve them?
Oh, thank you so much. So, technically, there have been, as I told you, there have been these pain points in the blockchain industry, right? So identifying them and finding a solution for them was the biggest technical challenge we faced, I can tell you. But our fantastic development team has overcome this issue. Some of them have worked with other layer one projects before. Some of them have been in the crypto space for a very long time, and part of them were also, for full disclosure, I'm telling you this, part of them were in the fintech industry for a very long time. Now, what we did with our development lead, we built this team, and then we put together all our combined experience and different angles, different perspectives to tackle these questions. So we believe that we did it. We actually beat the biggest challenge we faced in this sense. But for the community side, if you're asking me, the biggest challenge itself is something we are actually going through every single day because whenever you have a new visitor, someone who has heard about Aerial for the first time, you have to leave the best impression, because this person has not heard about Aerion before, and you just have to explain it to them patiently from from the first sentence, right? You have to tell them this is a layer one blockchain project, this is how it goes, this is our technology, and even right now, what I'm doing is with this AMA session is pretty much the same thing. I'm just introducing our project to new people. So our biggest challenge is probably in terms of community, just doing this every single day, one day at a time, but every single day. So, huge shout out to my community managers. From here, I want to thank all my admins, all my moderators who are doing this on a constant basis, right? Because we have to keep it fresh, we have to keep it active, and that's why we believe this is the biggest challenge. Every time someone new comes through our doors, they have to see that this is a great project. Just like the first person who followed us, just like the first person who became a part of our community. So we have to keep it with the same enthusiasm. We have to keep it with the same interest since day one. So I believe this is the biggest challenge. Obviously, there have been other challenges such as reaching out to different uh, locales, different regions of the world. Oh, it's just so difficult because you have to always have someone in the team. This is how the conventional approach is. You have to have someone from that community in your team so that you can reach out to those communities. But obviously, the resources are limited. Obviously, the people are limited. So you have to rely on other people, members of your community, existing people. So people who are bilingual, people who speak English, but they are from other countries. They are our biggest strength in this challenge. Definitely, localization is a big challenge for any project in terms of community, and it's no different for us. I mean, we wish to overcome this with our brand ambassador project, and we wish to overcome this with the volunteers among our community. We love our community for this very fact because they have been doing it for a very long time. They've been telling their friends, their loved ones to join. They've been telling anyone they see that Aerion is a project that they can rely on, that they can trust. So we do it with, yes, we can say in two ways. One is the organic way, because if people see the stability in our community, They believe in it, they become advocates of it. They go and tell other people about it. And the second is the brand ambassador program, as I told you, Areon Champions. And these two may be our biggest weapons against these community challenges you asked me about. I hope this answers the question.
Sure. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Timals. And don't forget to join the testnet and also you can check it out. Thank you for your question. And next one is Nick. Hello, Nick. Are you there?
Thank you for the opportunity. So, my question is about the scalability. I just want to know, like, how do you handle scalability issues when there is a sudden surge in users' activities in the platform?
Sure. Great question. So, Nick, basically, what we realize when it comes to building a blockchain, there are so many mistakes you can make. And most of the time, the projects that fail this scalability issue are the ones that don't have the necessary vision for it. Imagine you have a city and imagine you are building roads, right? In the city, highways. And if you make 3 lanes in your highway, then that means you are not really expecting too much traffic. And when your city grows, for sure people are going to suffer there. There will be traffic. Now, this is a good analogy for what we are doing at the moment. We are building at least 6 or maybe 8 lanes in our highways. That's what I can tell you. Essentially, we are building Areon in a way that will be always up to date and always ahead of the competition in terms of technicalities, in terms of the technology. And we believe that this is an essential move. Otherwise, we will simply fall into the same mistakes that we are criticizing today. 10 years from now, there will be some projects left standing among the ones that we call majors today. I can tell you that. And also, I can tell you safely that Areon will be one of those that is standing 10 years from now. Because the scalable nature of our technology is quite simple, quite graspable, quite understandable. Because, as I told you, the mechanism, the proof of area, is basically just people participating in a community, people participating in a network. We are powered by people, so to speak. So there is really nothing else you need because people, the validators who take part in the chain transactions, they will simply keep updating their own systems as we go along. And if you have your codes, if you have your Genesis block focused on scalability, then everything else is scalable because technology will keep scaling. And as we all know, for instance, let's say AI technology, right? We all know it, we all love it. And most of the time, today, you don't see many projects combining AI with blockchain. I will tell you why. Because both blockchain and both AI require an insane amount of computational power. That's why if you install an app on your blockchain, and if that app is using AI, generative AI, then you are putting a lot of strain on your network. That is why you don't see many of those. But I can safely tell you that with Areon, this is possible. It's going to be possible 10 years from now too, because we will simply keep scaling our project. And it's going to be an expansion and horizontal scale in the sense that the chain itself will be able to accommodate more strain, even if the technology from 10 years can be overwhelming when you think about it today. Consider it, 10 years ago, we had some technology, right? Some computational power requirements. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. Some of the games were, relatively easier to run with today's technology, right? You can even run it on your laptops. But from 10 years now, who knows what's going to happen? We don't know that. We will see it all together. But we have to be ready for it. So yes, our technology is ready for this. Our blockchain is ready for this. And it's just going to be a matter of scaling the available resources in this sense. So rest assured, we are completely ready for any and all types of scaling needs. We just simply have to increase or improve the number of nodes, number of the resources, but the technology and the mentality is there. That's the biggest thing. The mentality is focused on this. We know we will need scalability, and we are ready for it. That's really what it matters.
Thank you for the clarification. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Onik, for your question. And next one I have Azuki. Hello, Azuki.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
loud and clear. Ask your question, please.
Okay. So my question, I just want to know in terms of your partnerships and collaboration, what have you made in terms of this in order to bring more adoption to Areon Network? And also, in terms of regulatory compliance, what are your plans for this in the future?
Good questions. So I told you we have the utmost focus on remaining decentralized, remaining independent. So we are being super, super picky when it comes to establishing partnerships. They can be new products, they can be new projects that we are going to launch on our blockchain. Anything, you name it. I mean, if it's going to touch base with Areon Network, we are being super careful with it. Essentially, what we are trying to do is we are trying to hold back the power to the community. We don't want to give it away. We don't want to give away our independence, our freedom, in the sense of governance, in the sense of pricing. So we are being super careful. If you go to our website right now, Areon.network, you can see some of the logos of familiar names on our website. Those are some of the companies we have been collaborating with. Sometimes they are technology providers. There are a few exchanges among them too. So you can say that these are our partners, definitely. And there will be more, because once we have the testnet and we show people that our chain is working as it should, then more and more people will come to us to collaborate with us to become our partners. They can be exchanges, they can be other technology providers, and they will come to us, and then we will have more leverage, and we will be able to tell them, guys, as you can see, this is a technologically perfect project, and thus you have to abide by our rules if you wish to become a part of it. So we believe this is a huge power, and we wish to keep this dynamic to ourselves. We wish to, preserve the rights and preserve the investments, of our investors, our small-time investors, because for them this project means a lot. They have been contributing to it for a very long time, and as such, we need to protect their interests. Now, for the second part of your question, I think you asked me about, was it a security question? I'm so sorry. Could you please repeat the second part?
In terms of regulatory compliance.
Oh, yes, thank you. So regulations and compliance is something we are looking forward to. Even though we are advocating decentralization, we understand that in the current state of our industry, there are lots of scams, there are lots of so-called projects that are nothing but traps for people. And if a possible regulation is down the line, and we believe it is, we want it to be less intrusive. We want it to be some kind of maybe framework, a legal framework that legit companies like us can follow. If this is the type of regulation that is coming, we are all for it. We are looking forward to it. However, since this is a decentralized project, in our hearts, we wish to remain that way. Because if a regulation is going to intrude into the governance of our network, into the governance of our project, obviously we will take our stance against it. But we doubt that, because we can see that a regulation is coming. In fact, for maybe USA, for the EU, European Union, you can say that it's a matter of time for this to become mandatory for all crypto projects to abide by these rules, by these laws. And we are looking forward to it. We are all for it, given that those regulations are not intruding into the decentralized aspect of our crypto space. Because for many people, sometimes crypto is the only way to operate, the only way to make their payments, receive their payments, because their countries may be applying certain pressures on them. Some of the payment methods may be banned in their countries. We totally get it. And that is why we believe crypto is a necessary force in the field of economy. And we also understand that from the country's perspective, from the nation's perspective, a lot of scams, a lot of illegal activity can go through these chains, these projects. We also understand that. So our only wish for in this topic is that whatever regulation is coming, it should be for the benefit of people. And if so, as a legit company, we are all for it. We want to go for it. We are ready for it because we are going to have our security certificates. We're going to have our audits ready. Everything will be by the book for Areon Network. And whenever the authorities present this regulation to us, we will be ready. Like, here, this is the certificate. This is this. This is that. And we will be 100% ready and willing for it. Because for even personally, I want to get rid of all the scam projects in this crypto space. I believe there are tons of it, and they should just go down burning and let legitimate projects like Areon, take the lead and just, let people stop suffering from all these scams, all these dead ends, because people sometimes invest their hard-earned money for just a scam to waste all their money, all their effort. Enough. I mean, this should stop. We believe regulations are necessary, and we hope sincerely that they will not touch the decentralized aspect of our industry. So, and Arion will be ready for it.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Azuki, for your question. Then we have Jason. Hello, Jason. Hello, Jason. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I just want to know, can you tell me like what is your plans to onboard more users into our network in the coming years?
Yes, certainly. So for any project, as you know, you may be the top project in the world, technologically superior, but if you are not telling people about it, it's all for nothing, right? I mean, this is just goes to tell you how powerful the role of marketing is for any project, and we take it very seriously. For us, in our part, what we are doing is we are focusing on our own narrative on Twitter and on maybe Medium. We are trying to show people that technically, content-wise, this is what we are doing. So if you actually visit our Twitter page, if you go to our Medium blog, you will see that we keep populating it with upcoming projects, upcoming products, and we keep populating it with crucial information, both about Areon and about crypto in general. We understand that if you keep supporting your marketing efforts with more content, with more related information for people to digest, they are more likely to stick around, to learn more from you, and also to be a part of your journey, because then they will understand there is a technically decent team behind all this. So this is one of the things we are focusing on, the content itself. We are trying to generate more and more of it, and with high quantity and high quality. And second, also maybe a sub-step to the previous one, we are localizing this content. We are trying to reach out to different communities in different languages, and the best way to do it is by generating and distributing, publishing this localized content, right? So this is quite important. Another issue, obviously you have to, you can't neglect, you can't deny the importance of good old advertising, right? So we will have tons of advertisement opportunities and activities coming up. There will be outdoor advertisements. In the conventional method, you can see Areon on billboards. You can see Areon network advertisements on other conventional channels. But also in the digital sense, any crypto related website you can go to, you will most likely see Areon's advertisements there because we have this huge event coming up, testnet. So we believe that digitally and also visually and reaching out to different communities in different places of the world, different cities, major hubs such as, I don't know, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, in United States. If you are present in these places, both physically in terms of billboards, in terms of, I don't know, outdoor placements, and also if you are reaching out to these different communities digitally, wherever they go, if they see your banners, if they see content about you, then you're basically taking the right steps in the right direction. And another thing, which is maybe more important than the first two, is this brand ambassador project. Our brand ambassadors will be the people carrying the torch to far corners of the world for us. If someone who speaks English and another native language to them, they can for sure become a part of this program, because we want people to tell to their communities about us, and we want them to generate content for us, videos, threads, blogs, informational posts, infographics, you name it. So this is something we encourage and support, both financially and also in terms of personal support. Our community managers are always in talks with our brand ambassadors. We're trying to support them with whatever they need so that they can go out and tell people in their native communities what we are doing here. And beyond that, I mean, this is mostly a community management task. And anything you can do in this sense, you have to be extremely careful because this is a delicate topic. You have to be informative, but you should refrain from doing any FOMO activities. You don't want to create unnecessary hype. All you need to do is just be transparent with your community, tell them what your technology is and what are your plans for the next year, for the maybe next 5 years. This is something we are doing already, because if you come to our website, you will see that the roadmap is quite clear. What you can expect from this project is quite clear. If you come to one of our community channels, you can ask a question about our upcoming projects, upcoming products, all clear, already decided. The next step is already set. And all you have to do is just, come and see for yourself. And I believe these are great steps towards building bigger communities, wider communities. And we just want to keep reaching out to as many people as we can. And when you think about it, this AMA session is really all about it. I'm just trying to tell more people what this project is, and it's just up to them. They have to do their own research. They have to see if this project is for them. And we believe you won't regret it. If you come to the testnet or come to our website, have a look. It's just going to cost you 5 minutes, but you never know. This might be the thing that you have been expecting, you have been waiting for. So we believe these are great steps towards building and reaching out to more people. I hope this answers your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Hope that you got your answer. And the last one we have Papa. Hello, Papa. Papa, can you hear us? Hello, Papa. Could you please unmute your mic and ask you a question? Or should I choose for another one? Okay, yeah, I think we need to take another one. Wait a bit.
Sure.
Okay, it's Cloney. Hello, Cloney.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, ask your question, please.
Yeah, so I was going through Areon website and see that you have some staking pool, but I have to lock my token for a certain amount of period. So if I locked it, can I get fixed APR that you mentioned in your website?
So, if I understood the question correctly, you're asking me if staking and validation go hand in hand. If this is the question, no, because staking for now, you're doing it with a token. We are an area token at the moment. It's on Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. I see that some you have some locking period like 30 days, 90 days. So if I
Yeah,
lock my token for like let's say 30 days, can I get fixed APR that you mentioned in your website?
yes, definitely, definitely. So right now the staking is closed, and I believe it was 2 weeks ago that we opened it for the last time, and at that time it was for 1 year actually. But we're planning to open it again. So definitely you can go for the option of 30 days and you will receive it as stated at the end of the period. All you have to do is just go to our website and go to stake section, connect your wallet when you're ready and when the staking is open, of course, and you will simply claim it at the end of 30 days. If you need any help with this, you can come to our Discord server and just open a ticket, and one of our moderators will quickly handle that request for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Connie, for your question. I think we are enough for now. So I would like to see people don't forget to join and follow their all kind of social link. And also, if you have any kind of rest of question, you can ask on their Telegram. Like they're very much active in the Telegram group. So, then is anything else you want to say before wrapping this segment?
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for having Arion with your audience. I just want to tell you that we will just keep doing more AMAs like this because we understand it is important to listen to people. And I hope that next time we will have more time for more questions from you. But as my host said, all you have to do is simply just show up in one of our communities. It can be a Telegram. If you prefer Discord, you're welcome there. One of our community managers will quickly answer any and all your questions. And the chances are the answers to your most questions can be found on our website, on our white paper. So if you have time, if you like checking out things like this, if you have a bit of a techie side, you're welcome to do so. You may find lots of information there. Also, as I told you, we are mostly active on Twitter and Medium with high value content. So please, if you feel like, if you have any questions or if you're simply interested in the project, just have a look. You won't regret it. There is really good stuff. You can learn a lot. And if you want, you can be a part of this journey with us. For us, because testnet is coming up for September 20, it's a huge milestone. We are just super excited for it. All you have to do is show up. It's entirely free. There will be rewards, most definitely. And all you have to do is just see it for yourselves. This can give you a great understanding that if this project is legit or not, if this chain is actually delivering what it is promising. So, long story short, just a closing remark. See you on September 20. I hope you will be there because it's just going to take you 5 minutes and it may just be the next best thing for you. Thank you. Thank you for your precious time. Thank you for attending. It was great talking to you guys.
Yeah, thank you also for your time. And also, people, I would like to thank everyone for having here to listen to CME. And thank you, sir. And best wishes to your project for the future. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.